Hi, and welcome to the semester update. We are here in Meredith Basement at Drake University. I'm Cody Berman, and this is my co-host, Chelsea Rink.
In the next half hour, we will update you on everything you missed this semester when you were studying for tests, napping the day away, or hanging at the campus bars. War in the Middle East, unemployment rates, and a bad healthcare system? Forget about it.
We're going to make Ron Burgundy look like an amateur.
With just 5 days until finals week, everyone realizes that the end of the 2010-2011 school year is near.
Looking back at the year, I'd say it was a good one, but we can all agree it was a funny one.
Yes, indeed. Another year with many things that added to the enjoyment and hilarity of Drake, especially for the freshmen who got to see what Drake is like in their first year.
Absolutely, Chelsea. This year went by quickly, but nonetheless, it was full of many memorable things. Many things have changed as well.
We have many great things to reminisce. It will make you smile and bring you some brightness even before the summer begins.
Coming up in the next half hour, we will remember how we broke a Guinness World Record with our pie fight, and of course, our nationally recognized advertising slogan.
And we get to see some devilish troublemakers in our security reports.
We will keep you updated on the weather throughout, because it looks like we're in for a wacky forecast.
For our top story this semester, Drake University's new marketing campaign has really taken the Des Moines community, as well as the rest of the world, by surprise. Utilizing the phrase D+, this campaign encourages students to work hard in their classes, at least hard enough.
Chelsea, I love the campaign. I've really taken this D+ thing to heart. It's a lot more fun being a D+ student, isn't it?
What do you mean, Cody?
Well, now that I'm a D+ student, I've been able to spend more time going to hang out with my friends, napping, and I've even picked up some new hobbies since all the time that I'm not studying.
Cody, I'm not sure that's what they meant. I've brought in Drake University representative Ima Follier to tell us a little bit more about it. Thanks for coming in to talk to us, Ima. What can you tell us about the D+ campaign? I think Cody and some other students may be a little confused.
Well, Chelsea, we call it the Drake Advantage. It was actually the marketing communications firm Sham Hits Communications that came up with the concept. The goal is to attract a new subset of students in order to create a new face of Drake. Never before has this marketing strategy been implemented. We feel it's a bold, new endeavor.
And what exactly is the marketing strategy?
Well, isn't it obvious? We blatantly state what we're looking for, and the students love it. When asked if the concept attracted their attention, 78% of sophomore and junior high school students replied affirmatively. When asked if the concept was unique and interesting, 89% said it was. And when asked if the concept made Drake seem awesome and fun, 96% said it gave them a great impression of what Drake has to offer.
And how have current Drake students received the campaign?
Oh my goodness, Drake University students love it. The idea has really caught on. Drake students everywhere sport merchandise that endorses our new attitude. Here, I even have a few examples. Drake students understand the facelift Drake is ready to undergo and are making strides in the construction of that change. Students are beginning to work less in their classes, turn in their assignments just a little bit later, and in general, students are learning how to enjoy their college experience. I'm not sure if you're aware, but for the last few years, Drake has made the list for top 10 private party schools in the nation. And slowly but surely, we keep moving up on that list. Especially with the new push towards readjusting grade point averages, students have really been milking, or rather, boozing the party scene.
So you're saying that the D+ label encourages irresponsibility?
Oh, no, not at all. On the contrary, the D+ campaign encourages responsibility for one's actions. It says, take control of your life, become your own person, and define yourself. It just says all these things in a new and interesting way. And this idea is so ingenious that press around the world have been paying attention. We've been highlighted on networks such as CNN, BBC, and Al Jazeera. Even SNL put a little ditty together on our forward-thinking campaign. Everyone wants to know our secret.
I'm sorry, Ima. I'm just not seeing how this all connects. How are you encouraging responsibility and self-definition? What is your secret?
Students have to work to get the grades they want. Through this campaign, we are encouraging to do just that. Take your life into your own hands. It tells them, become the person you want to be. D+s can make that happen. And so, what is our secret? We are telling high school students how it is. We want students who get D+s, of course.
And there you have it, D+ students for a D+ school. We'll be checking in over the next couple of months to monitor the progress made in their campaign. And you know, Cody, I think I might just want to purchase one of those D+ shirts.
Yeah, when I tell people I'm a D+ student, I'll say it with pride. I don't care if people get the wrong impression.
Good for you, Cody. But you still might want to get those grades up.
Well, that's what next semester's for. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back with more breaking semester updates after this quick commercial break.
Are you fed up with the white walls of your residence hall? Are the stresses of college life making you forget the days of the week? Would you like to spice up your dorm room with the sights of nature specific to Drake? Hello, my name is Laura Dixon, and I am co-founder of ADSA, the Association of Drake Squirrel Aficionados. If you're searching for the perfect tool to solve all of your problems, then pay close attention, because I'm going to share with you the uniqueness of the 2011 Drake University Squirrel Calendar. Anyone who has ever been to Drake knows that the squirrels here are what bring this campus to life. No student can walk to class without passing at least 20 squirrels on their way, and one can't help but stop and stare when a squirrel downs an entire Spike's Pizza. What better way to commemorate and honor these squirrels than in this cheesy calendar? Let's examine the benefits of the 2011 Drake University Squirrel Calendar. This 12-month calendar will keep you in the know. Each month displays a full-color photograph of an official Drake squirrel in its natural habitat. Talk about magnificent! Don't know about the Drake squirrels? That's okay. Here's what one of our affiliates had to say about them in a recent letter to us. The squirrels at Drake aren't just animals. They really become your friends. I sometimes say hi to them as I walk past, and I know if they could, they'd say hi back. Oh, isn't that sweet? And here's what another of our recent calendar customers said. I watched 2 squirrels having sex yesterday. It was a life-changing experience. You too can have a life-changing experience just by purchasing a 2011 Drake University Squirrel Calendar. Go ahead. If you want to eliminate all of the boredom in your life and enjoy the benefits of time management wrapped in fine art, then make sure you purchase a calendar within the next 10 minutes to receive it at a low, low price of just 3 payments of $19.95. Call the number at the bottom of your screen now. Call now!
Welcome back to the semester update. On to our next story. The Drake Relays are not only a time for track and field, it's also a time for street painting, barbecues, and a time for, oh yeah, around 700 spirited Drake students got together at around 2 a.m. and hurled pies at each other in a parking lot. Pies that had been prepared all day and placed around a marked-off parking lot. The event was set up by Drake's Student Activity Board and Crawford Executive Council to pump up the students before relays. As the pies were flying, the previous Guinness World Record was recently, as in a couple of months ago, by New Jersey Prep School, was being destroyed. Check this out. Okay, so this does not happen every year in preparation for the Drake Relays, but it seems to stand for the firm with a theme most Drake students seem to enjoy. If considering the long-standing tradition of street painting, bringing out that inner child and throwing messy stuff at each other, in this case pies. Plus, if we continue with the inner child theme, students should be excited to know that R.L. Stine, writer of Goosebumps, actually knows they exist, considering he tweeted about Drake's pie fighting accomplishment. He wrote, "American pride is back. We can all hold our hearts high again. Yesterday, 700 Drake University students broke the world record." In the spirit of all this world breaking, we are thinking, why stop with this one, Drake? Why not break every world record in the book, one by one? To get started on our crazy record-breaking journey, we have asked students to send suggestions to us of what record we should break next. Here are a few of our favorites.
Hey, Chelsea and Cody, how about the record for most people inside a soap bubble? Sam Heath set the record by fitting 19 people inside a bubble created with a 7-meter wand. I vote we use the entire student body.
This one reads, how about the world's tallest snowman? Right now the record is 113 feet and 7 inches tall. But let's be serious. We can get more snow than that in Iowa. We can do this.
Let's break the record for most people dressed as Smurfs. The record is 1,253 people at a festival in Ireland. We have more students than that and plenty of blue paint left over from street painting. Let's do it!
All excellent suggestions. Well, Drake, you've heard your challenge. Now go to it.
Wait, this just in. We have an emergency weather update right here on campus. Let's jump to our weather reporter, Sunny Days, on location with the full story.
I'm here in the basement of Meredith Hall, where students are waiting out a severe storm. The National Weather Service has reported a tornado on the ground 30 miles from here, moving northeast in the opposite direction of our current location. The sirens for the area were sounded as a precautionary measure. Let's see how the students are dealing with the storm that is absolutely no threat to this area. Excuse me, how do you think you're holding up in light of the tornado barely touching the ground 30 miles away from here?
It's the end of the world! We're all gonna die! Prepare for the zombie apocalypse! Don't be a hero! Save yourself!
Well, that seemed unnecessary. Best of luck to our friend with the zombies, though. Let's see if we can find another student with a slightly more stable mindset. You there, excuse me. Can I ask you a few questions about the storms?
I love you, Mom. Never forget that.
You seem upset.
Of course I'm upset. I'm too young to die. I'm only 19. I have so much to live for. I can't die a virgin.
I think you'll be fine. Well, there you have it. This just in. The tornado warning has already been canceled. Back to Cody and Chelsea in the studio.
Thank you, Sunny, for the update. It looks like Drake students maybe overreacted a little, don't you think?
Probably, but better safe than sorry, I always say. On to our next story. Let's roll on over to sports, shall we? So yeah, we had some sports this year. We did okay. Volleyball was, cool, all right. Good job, girls. In breaking sports news, Drake has a football team, and they're actually doing something important this summer. The Drake football team is going to Africa, climbing a mountain and playing football against Mexico in Africa, and they will be doing charity work while they're there. And, yep, that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Cody. And speaking of charity, Drake University loves it. At least, Robert Harlan does. Robert Harlan has allegedly embezzled $470,000 from the university, though $600,000 total was embezzled from Drake. According to the Des Moines Register, Harlan reportedly gave the money away to friends, family, people in need, and a church. So those of you who need to log volunteer hours, Robert Harlan's got you covered.
The Fred and Patty Turner Jazz Center was finished in November, but because of all the maze of hallways through FAC, people are just starting to find it now. Jazz students have been found in the labyrinth of FAC hallways, trying to make their way to the Jazz Center.
Recent rainstorms on Drake's campus has caused severe flooding and a new set of man-made lakes called Drake Lakes. The death toll has risen to 48 students who have drowned in Drake Lakes. The administration is advising Drake students to bring life jackets, rowing boats, or arm floaties when they go to class. A new required swimming test has been added for prospective students along with good ACT scores and GPA. Thanks to Drake University's forward thinking, Quad Creek Cafe has actually been a creek due to the excess water from Drake Lakes.
MTV's Real World has done a recent casting session in Des Moines, and many Drake students have taken advantage of this wonderful career opportunity. Students of all majors feel this could be a jump to start off with the real world. No pun intended. The theater majors think this will lead to a spot on the real TV show. The journalism majors are in for it to make contacts. And the pharmacy majors know this will help build their credibility in the professional world. Everyone was fighting for a shot to be on the show. Or it's possible everyone wants to live in a huge party house and be on TV. Regardless of the reason, we are hoping to see one of our own on the show next season. And now, a quick word from our sponsors. Join us after the break to hear security reports and the inside scoop on Rebecca Black.
Hello, I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm a very important person that you have never heard of before. I'm head of consumer relations at BP Oil. At BP, we are cleaning this mess up and trying to make things right. We are really sorry for everything we have done and are trying most of the things in our power to pull the Gulf back to how it was. I want to show you all the progress we have made. Take a look at these pictures to see all the hard work we have put in. Here, you can see how clearly the water runs over the shore. Well, clear is a relative term. Haven't you ever heard of the expression clear as mud? Let's move on to our next picture, shall we? Look how the seagull is thriving once again in its natural environment. Well, mud baths are said to be exfoliating and good for the feathers. Here's a picture of our cleanup crew hard at work. At BP, we encourage our workers to rest throughout the day to provide their optimal services. Look at the perfect surfing conditions. Tourism in the Gulf should be booming again in no time. Once again, we are very sorry and are very proud of the progress we have made, but feel confident that it will be smooth sailing from here on out.
Welcome back. It's time for everyone's favorite semester update. Really? With Chelsea. Let's see what security reports showcase students really winning at life this semester. A security officer found an underage for drinking female student and a male student in Olmsted Center. They were making out and in the process of removing clothing. Both of them had been drinking, and the male stated it was at a bar located in the 2300 block of University Avenue. They were seen outside of the building. The dean of students was advised. Really? I mean, I know that Olmsted is the Student Life Center, but I am pretty sure student life is not meant to be created there. It was only Thursday, not even the weekend yet. Don't get me wrong, Thursdays at Dublin are great, but public sexual activities are only acceptable on, at the very least, a Friday night. Party foul to the max. Security and the fire department responded to a vehicle fire in the 1200 block of 30th Street. The driver opened her hood and observed the fire. The female driver stated she took 3 strong breaths and tried to blow out the fire to no avail. A security officer put the fire out with an extinguisher. Really? But who are you, the iron lung? I will huff and puff and blow out the extremely dangerous car fire. No! You run like hell, because if you didn't know, cars have gasoline in them. And if you have seen any action movies, you would know that the car is probably going to blow up. I would stop wasting your breath and run. You know what does come in handy in this situation, though? It is called a fire extinguisher. It's perfect. It puts out the fire, so you don't have to stand there and look like an idiot. You're welcome. Friday evening, a female student was stopped at 1 a.m. trying to break into the front doors of the Herman Fine Arts Center on campus. Upon being stopped by security, the student replied, "It's okay. I live here." The student was under the influence of alcohol and was safely returned to her dorm in Jewett. Really? You mistook FAC for Jewett? FAC is like triple the size of Jewett, and it is one thing for someone who doesn't go to Drake to be confused. That's understandable. But seriously, Drake's campus is like 4 blocks long. It's not that difficult. Plus, it's April. If you hadn't figured out where you live by now, I think we have some serious issues to deal with. Do you even know your last name? Your student ID number? Yeah, I didn't think so. Security revealed a phone call from a friend of a Drake student. The friend stated the student's parents had called her and was looking for her child, who had not been heard from in over 2 months. Security was able to contact her with the student, who was at a movie theater in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The student was hesitant about contacting her parents in Asia, but stated they would email them at a later time. Really? We had to get Drake's security involved in this one? Don't they have better things to be doing? I mean, we really need their services to chase drunk people in golf carts for us. This sounds like a personal problem to me. Call your parents, kids, or just text them the letter K so they know you're alive. It's really not that hard. Well, that wraps up this segment of Really? With Chelsea. Tune in next semester for even more shameless shenanigans from Drake students.
Thanks, Chelsea. Up next, we have our annual Drake Relays Fatality Report. Overall, it was a great year of festivities at Drake Relays. Fun times were enjoyed by all, and despite the large amounts of alcohol consumed, we're happy to report that all students made it out alive. However, one major person didn't make it through Realize this year.
As everyone in America has heard by now, unless you live under a rock, Osama bin Laden was killed this weekend. Surprisingly, he was not found in any of the typical Drake Relays locations. He was not spotted at the track. He wasn't seen in the Peggy's Relays tent. And he was absent from the pancake breakfast, too. He was actually found hiding in a house in Pakistan. Strange.
As of now, it is not officially determined whether the death of bin Laden and Drake Relays are actually linked. Drake Relays have national impact, without a doubt, and it is definitely worth noting that the two events occurred the same weekend. We tried to get President Barack Obama on the show today to clear things up for us, but apparently he was busy with CNN. As soon as we get a response from him, we will be sure to have a follow-up story. For our next news story, we turn to our political correspondent, Mara Davidson, for some breaking news on the Drake's recent student elections.
Thank you, Cody. And a huge congratulations goes out to all the candidates chosen for next year's Student Senate. And an even bigger thank you to all the candidates who removed their campaign signs in a timely manner. No, I did not vote for you. And yes, it is because your campaign sign creeped me out. I don't need to see your face every 2 feet on the sidewalk. And how does walking over a sign with someone's face really make me want to vote for them? Anyway, the most exciting and interesting part of this year's Student Senate election was surprisingly not the candidates. In an interesting turn of events, Rebecca Black, the new YouTube sensation, with her poignant song Friday, came very close to winning a seat in this year's Senate table. As a matter of fact, she received the second highest amount of votes for senator at large. I know what you may be thinking, but no, it was not her clever lyrics or her clever rhyming scheme with gotta get my bowl, gotta have cereal. It was not even her angelic voice. And no, it was not even that sweet car at the bus stop that got Rebecca's name out across campus. It was her third cousin, once removed, who started her campaign right here at Drake. And today, we are lucky enough to have her campaign manager here with us in the studio. Please welcome Drake's ultimate bro and nightlife connoisseur, Johnny Chillbro White, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's up? How goes it?
Thank you for joining us today, Johnny. We all know you're a very busy person.
Man, I'm never up this early. 2 for Tuesdays last night was so chill. But hey, I'll do anything for my cousin Rebecca.
I just have one question for you, Johnny. Why start this campaign at a school where your cousin doesn't even attend?
Yeah, you know, I was just looking for a good way to get my cousin's name out around campus. And I thought it would be totally chill if she actually got a seat in the Senate. So I put her name out on the ballot, and then just thought she would be the perfect person to sit around on a small table in a cramped room for hours on end with that beautiful voice. And all you bros out there, if you even come within 10 feet of her, I swear I will personally take you out. It is not chill.
Okay. I think we got it. So what did you actually plan to do if Rebecca was elected here at Drake?
Oh, man. I guess I didn't really think about that far into the future. Mostly I just wanted my name on my campaign poster so chicks know my name and then know that she was my cousin. You know what I mean? Yeah. But seriously, though, if she did get elected as her campaign manager, I know that she would be great because, A, she knows days of the week and in order. Everyone would have a seat in her car. And most importantly, that with her, everything would be fun. We so excited.
Well, I think that's all the time we have today with Johnny Chillbro White. Thanks for joining us today, Johnny.
Thank you. Rebecca Black, 2012. Chill.
That's all we have today for Semester Update Politics. Once again, I'm Mara Davidson. Join us next week when we hear from yet another write-in candidate with a high voter turnout from this year's Senate election, the Drake Squirrels. I can't stand this anymore. Are you kidding me? Rebecca Black, Drake Squirrels, this show is awful. I just fist bumped a guy who knows like 3 words, and he just keeps repeating them over and over and over again. I don't know how George Stephanopoulos deals with this. Do you see my IQ? It was up here and now it's down here because his is negative. I'm done.
Oh, we are very sorry about that. Now, back to the show for our final story today.
No, Mara is right. These news stories have been whack all day, and I can't take it anymore. Oh.
Well, I guess that's all the time we have for today. See you next semester. Thank you for watching Semester Update.
In the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, ticking on and on, everybody's rushing, gotta get down to the bus stop, gotta catch my bus.